Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, finally. Today I want to talk about Manny MUA's video, talking about how he was canceled over a year ago, and just share my personal feelings on it. And I have a lot to say, so I do have some notes here, so please bear with me. I watched this 35-minute video twice. It was very hard to get through because I don't believe that he's sincere. I'm gonna tell you why. Like, this is just my opinion. Please feel free to share yours down below. We can have a conversation about it. If we all agreed on everything, the world would be boring. So this is just where I'm coming from, and I hope I can explain it well enough. So in this video, which he decided to put out a year later, Manny talks about how being canceled affected him, which I find pretty interesting considering that this whole video was about him, how he felt, not really mentioning like the people that he hurt along the way. He also talks about Dramageddon, which was coined by Sam from Here for the Tea because that's important information somehow. I mean, he took a few minutes to thank her, and it just, it made me want to vomit. I mean, come on. Remember when she actually used to do content that was like unbiased and how she would like bring up things about Manny? I mean, come on. I just feel like her, along with him thanking Peter Mon, I mean, it just left a really bad taste in my mouth, you know? Although Peter and Manny are pretty similar as far as like social climbing, but I digress. So he goes on to talk about how, you know, being canceled made him feel about how cancel culture is toxic. And here's the thing. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree that the whole cancel culture is very toxic and damaging to people. When I say someone's canceled, to me that means I'm not really going to pay attention to them. I don't really care to watch their videos. I'm not going to like support them with money. You know, it's just somebody that I'm just going to kind of ignore unless there's something to make a video about. Like, I don't like Cody Rants. I don't like how she made her whole Twitter post about, oh, you guys are gonna get me in Gucci. I mean, it's like attention craving person, and I don't really, rubs me the wrong way, even if she makes me giggle sometimes. So as far as that goes, I don't go to her channel and leave her nasty comments. Peter Mon, I don't like him anymore. I used to be a huge fan. We all know why I don't like him. If you don't, you can watch those videos on my channel. But I don't go out and seek him. I don't go to his Twitter and say mean things. I don't go to his videos and leave really mean comments. I just tend to ignore them. That's what cancel to me is. Unfortunately, it's not that way for a lot of people. And he talks about like death threats and serious hate. I had never seen, like many YouTubers talk about getting death threats, maybe because I wasn't searching well enough. I've never seen them. So I'm not saying that they don't exist. It's just that I have never seen them for Manny. What I found interesting was that everything was about how it affected him and his family. He talks about his parents possibly having to get jobs again, like real life people. And it's pretty clear that he's talking about this from a money standpoint. And that's also what rubbed me the wrong way. YouTube is not forever. So for example, he could hone his skills and like locally do makeup for like weddings and things like that. Because even if he becomes more relevant now, it's not going to last forever, you know? And it's interesting because he did not bring up specifics. He was not like, this is what I did to this person, and this is why, and this is how I messed up, and this is what I'm sorry for. He acted like he couldn't remember a lot of what happened, but he remembered everything about himself, and how he was affected. So I just found that a little shady. So one of the most common things that I heard, and now he does thank Marlene Estelle, Jen Gerard. The look in his face to me seemed like it was very hard for him to thank those people, by the way. But he thanked them for, you know, giving him a chance when nobody would. And I think that that was nice. I just don't believe that he's sincere. And a lot of people were, like, one of the comments I saw most was everybody deserves second chances. And I could not agree more with that. I am all about the second chances, but to me, This is like a sixth chance. Let's not forget, this is the entitled Manny that complained about not getting on Kylie Jenner's PR list, but then he was. All of his humble brags on Instagram, arrogance, acting as though you're lower than him. Let's not forget that this is the same person that did a Snapchat of the frustration of having an Uber driver that did not speak English very well. Let's not forget this is the same Manny that said if you do not like Morphe shadows, you do not know how to use makeup. Let's not forget this is the same Manny that put a false copyright claim on a T-Spill video just because he did not like what she had to say. Let's not forget that this is Manny who, when he was given some light criticism about blending his shadow more in a video, he was like, well, then I go and like look at these other people's pages and I'm like, really? Like, you better make sure that your makeup is on point. Calling these looks ugly, essentially. So this is a big thing because this isn't a second chance to me. This is 6, 7 chances, and I'm not buying it, And with all those things that he's done, he goes on to talk about in his video about how he has worked so hard for so many years. I giggled at this because to me, working hard is not stalking Patrick Star and becoming friends with him and Jeffree Star and being a culture vulture, sucking their viewers, their subscribers into coming to you. That's not hard work to me. His makeup looks have always been pretty boring. Now, I'm not a beauty guru, so my makeup's always crap, but I don't find that to be hard work. That is social climbing. That's, trying to get the most out of a person, and then he moves on. And the only thing he really says in his video is that he was a bad communicator and now he's better at communication. But anyway, I find it like pretty odd that he just couldn't say, I find it odd that he's had all these friendships that have deteriorated after he gets what he wants from them. And after Marlene Estelle's video, there were a lot of rumors from a lot of actually credible people that accused Manny of being one of the people that would charge this extraordinary amount of money to do a review, and even hinted that he was somebody that would give a bad review like he did for Lashify, although that woman was absolutely horrible to him and I don't like that company because of that, but he promoted the Lily Lashes that he's affiliated with. There were a lot of rumors surrounding that. Allegedly, he was paid to do a bad review. We don't know the truth. We do, however, know that all these people came out with like their truth videos talking, not mentioning by name, some mentioning him by name, of his arrogance, of his, social climbing, of him not being very passionate about makeup, just wanting the money and the popularity. I wholeheartedly believe that he told himself, I'm going to give myself a year to bounce back. And if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to have to do something. And what better thing to do than talk about cancel culture, which is something that like the likes of Taylor Swift have been talking about. So it's like a hot button issue. And what a better time to talk about it when you're going to have a Labor Day sale and you're going to promote your brand. And what better way to play a victim by talking about being a victim of cancel culture. I am not saying what people did to him was right as far as death threats and, really hateful things, seeking him out just to leave hate. No, I do believe that he should still be canceled because you can say that you have changed all you want, but what is the difference? He hasn't been in that much drama lately, but that's because a lot of people don't care. And to me, it takes a long time to grow, and I feel like when somebody actually does grow and change, you can see it. If you watch his videos between when he came back from Dramageddon until now, he still has the smug attitude, the arrogance. He's still been shady on Twitter. Like, I don't see anything different about him, And and for me, changing like that and growing like that, it takes a lot of time. I just don't believe that he has changed at all. I don't believe that he is sincere. I think that his personality is what bothers a lot of people because he does come off with like this air of like arrogance and entitlement, And when he talked about how he may be red on Social Blade, but he's green in life, I thought I was going to have to try to catch my eyeballs out of my head. That was the cheesiest thing I have ever heard. And now he's in the green, and green to him means money. It has nothing to do with his life experiences, because I don't believe that he has changed. And the thing is that when somebody has been humbled and somebody has learned and they've grown and they've changed, they can specifically take accountability for specific actions and talk about them openly. And usually people that are humble don't have to keep telling you that they're humble. And if they've changed, they don't have to keep telling you how much they've changed. So to me, it's like, who is he trying to convince here? Us or himself, I do believe that bringing up Here for the Tea was a little calculated as well. There are a lot of videos coming out exposing her, people not being happy with her content, and whatever you feel about her, it was like pretty much a shout out to her. Like she's some really super kind person, which, okay, she may have reached out to Manny because of what he was going through. Maybe that was one of her motives, but let's be real, Sam is not a very nice person. So I really don't believe him. And I feel bad because, I know that it had to have really put him in a dark place to be in this whole canceled situation. But let's not forget all of the things that he did. This wasn't just about him knowing about a picture and lying about it. And it isn't just about him making Gabby take the fall for it. It's not just about him being a bad friend. It's about his lies. It's about his social climbing. It's about him just seeming like a very toxic person. He doesn't seem like he's passionate about makeup. And I just feel like this was something that he had to do because every time he was uploading a video, he was losing subscribers. I don't think it's just all of these awful things that he has done. I think that his personality is one that is over exaggerated, almost like he couldn't really care less about makeup. He just wants the money, but he's always been that way. And in his video, he almost says as much about talking about how important the money was. He also goes into talking about his brand. This is the thing. If you are sincere and you really want to come out and tell us everything, you should have been specific about situations and named a lot of the people that you hurt, and maybe not promoted your brand. And it's just, this is a year later. And that's why I think he was like, I'm going to give it some time. And like I said, what better way to come back than with a video where you can play the victim the whole time? So let's not forget who Manny is as a person. And let's not forget that there have not been a lot of signs of him changing at all. I'm okay with even giving him another chance, even though I don't care for him. I don't like his personality, but I wouldn't feel this way about him if when watching those videos between now and back to when he first came back from Dramageddon, he was supposed to come out with this docuseries. Now, let's not also forget that his emotional sort of deep meaning type videos were sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's not forget about that. Let's not forget that when he was supposed to do this docuseries and people were, not having it, he decided not to, and he said, I'm effing over it, which was like a big FU to his fans. Like, this should have happened a long time ago, really. This is something, let's not forget his, BS apology and his hoodie with no makeup on, the typical, beauty guru apology. This is a whole year later, and I still feel like it's hard for him to actually take accountability. And especially what he did to tea spill. It's just not that long ago where he used, I think it's Worthy that does this neat editing style on Instagram, kind of like she inspired him. And he said, oh, I didn't credit her because I credited the person I saw do it. But that person credited her. So if he could read, then he would know to credit her. He has, been inspired by tons of smaller creators, both on Instagram and YouTube, and doesn't actually give the proper credit when credit is due. this is how I felt after watching the video. I feel like, you know, he's like, this is for my ride or dies. That's what this video is for. Because you can only care about people that are going to stick by you and blindly follow you no matter what. I mean, come on, you know? And so, I mean, like I said, let's not forget all of the things that he has done, you know, up until this point. That whole Dramageddon thing, he was a liar, you know, and he used, you know, before that, you know, and everything that was going on with his brand, he was using these mental health issues to get sympathy. That is not okay. It's not okay to come on camera and act like you're some changed person by just saying it. I don't believe him. I really don't. I mean, he has, you know, stalked people to be friends with them, to social climb. Then he's not friends with them anymore. He has had an arrogant, smug, nasty attitude towards people that criticize him. And I'm just not buying what he's selling, including anything from Lunar Beauty. So, I mean, I would really like to know what you guys think. I know a lot of you had commented about how, you know, everybody deserves second chances, or some people didn't even care enough to watch the video. Imagine sitting through that video twice. Oh, it was bad. And so I just don't buy it. I don't know. It feels icky. And usually when something doesn't feel right, you know, and you get a bad vibe from somebody, there's a reason for that. This is too little too late, in my opinion. He still did not take ownership of all of the things that he has done. And yes, I agree people should be given second, even third chances. But when they're not actually showing growth, no. He just wants the money. That's all I think he has ever cared about. That's why, you know, he saw Patrick Starr growing into this person and all the money that was there. I'm going to be friends with him. Oh, Jeffree Star, I'm going to be friends with Jeffree. Because really, a lot of people didn't know Manny until those things, you know? And I don't find him sincere. I don't really think he's passionate about makeup. I feel like his few launches have been really boring, really basic. And listen, I don't hate him, which is why I don't go to his channel and leave him hate. I don't trust him. And I don't believe that he has shown any growth, especially in this video with having to talk about how humble he is and how much he's grown. But there are no actions to prove that, you know? And I feel like it was insincere. I think it's all just to sell his makeup and to gain back subscribers. So let's just remember who this person is before you decide to forgive him, or before you decide to support him with your money or your views. Let's really think about all of the things that he has done, you know, and how we got to this point, and how he still has yet to really take accountability for his actions towards his supposed friends. You know, he seems like a pretty bad friend. So this is just how I personally feel about it. He is still canceled in my mind, but not in a toxic way, just a way that I'm like, I don't buy it. I don't care. I'm not going to watch your videos. And he still doesn't give the proper credit to people. I mean, there's so many things that just feel bad about this video. I just want to make sure that I got through everything. It has been a while since I did a video. So yeah, I mean, you know, that's it. He doesn't seem any different to me, and that's just my opinion. Leave some comments down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you feel like it. You know, let me know what you think about this, because I'm not buying it. So thanks for watching. Love and hugs. Bye.